The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Mike, yellow. Are you lady? It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
That's good.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Yellow, Argelani!
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the screen.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's caught left side by Hardman. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, yeah!
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
First down, Chiefs.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that.
That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Kansas City. Max Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go,
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Kansas City.
He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful.
How about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield. That's not easily done. But not only did he dance, took it, wheeled, and went the other way. Ended up with 6 points for his team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 27, Mariota. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. Hardman, the 2nd-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the Combine, running a 4.33 340. And should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Mahomes firing complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a big number 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So we reach halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's Henry, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Mariota to Lewis on the draw. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's 3rd down.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here.
Let's do this.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Yellow. Let's go out, Eddie. Fuck, Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes, he's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now here's Mahomes. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Mike, I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And
it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for good yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
But how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the second.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. Back now in Nashville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mariota. And he fires one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Watkins, the intended receiver. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a three-score game, though, fourth quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
We got 3.
Mahomes now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they're going to drop him behind the line again. My goodness, how stout is this front 7? Mariota now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Here's Hill on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score, Chiefs 27, Titans 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Again, it's Lewis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
The Titans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Watch out for Hill on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And they will take a knee here.
Mahomes on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 13-yard line.
It's our field.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Mahomes on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and